Hi, my name's Helen Duffy and this is my submission video for my Certificate 4 in Personal Training. So I have created a session plan and I've made sure that my client knows the location, and I have reconfirmed with the client an hour before the session begins that they are ready to go and know where they're going. I've planned my session time around booked classes and other clients to ensure that the equipment that I need to use isn't required by anyone else. I've reread the session plan and I've set out the equipment in order to make sure the session runs smoothly for my client. I've checked all the equipment and made sure there are no possible hazards and that the equipment is in good working order, and found that it is all safe to use and ready to go. And I've also checked the training area for hazards and have found that it is clear of hazards and safe to use, so ready to go. So my name's Helen, how are you?
Good, hi, I'm Brad.
Brad, I'll be your trainer today.
Excellent.
So just before we get started, I just want to run through a few questions to check if there's any medical conditions I need to be aware of.
Sure.
So do you ever suffer pains in your chest, especially during exercise? Awesome. Do you ever get pains in your calves, buttocks, back of your legs during exercise? It's not from stiffness or soreness?
No.
Excellent. Have you ever had an attack of shortness of breath during or after exercise? That's not. Yeah, excellent. Any diabetes? No worries. Do you suffer from any respiratory conditions like asthma or anything?
I used to, as a child, I had asthma.
Asthma as a child?
Yeah, I've sort of grown out of it.
Okay, so feel clear?
Clear, so yeah.
Doesn't affect your everyday life?
No.
Yeah. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Any unusual fatigue or shortness of breath during everyday activities? Excellent. Any other physical reason or medical condition that might prevent you from undertaking an exercise program?
I can think of.
Excellent.
Pretty good.
That's great.
It's keen.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. So how active are you at the moment? What sort of exercise?
I'd say moderately active. I enjoy, walking, after work, so a dog and surfing, and I used to play team sports. So I'd say moderate, not high level, nowhere near, but yeah, I'm a couch slob either.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you sort of do a little bit of something every day, you would say?
Not every day, maybe like 2 to 3 days a week, I would say.
Awesome. And just that moderate level, so nothing too vigorous.
No, nothing vigorous.
Awesome. Are you a smoker?
No.
No, great. Any prescribed medications for any conditions?
No.
And any muscle, bone or joint soreness that's made worse by a particular activity? Okay. That's great. That's awesome. So that pretty much gives you a clean bill, so we can get straight into it. So I'll just run through quickly today what we're going to be touching on. We're going to be working through 3 strength exercises, then we'll do a little bit of cardiovascular training, and then some stretches.
Cool.
So the strength exercises we're going to do are some push-ups, some bent over rows with the barbell, and then some body weight lunges. We're going to do some cardio on the rower and the bike, and then we're just going to do a short innovative cardio session, which will be sort of like a CrossFit style workout.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. So hopefully you'll get something out of it and enjoy the session.
Interesting.
Yeah, so let's get into it. We'll do this fitness test first. Okay. Okay, Brad, so we're going to do a fitness test now. Because you mentioned to me previously that one of your goals is to improve your core strength.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, we're going to do a plank, a max hold plank. So just to see how long you can hold that, and then we can retest later to see your improvement.
Awesome.
So what the plank test is, it's holding yourself in an elevated position for as long as possible.
Sure.
So you're going to hold yourself up on your forearms and elbows. We're going to get up onto our toes, creating a nice straight line through our body. So we don't want our hips way up here or sinking. We want to squeeze those abdominal muscles and your glutes to keep your body nice and straight, and try to keep your head in this nice neutral position, not drop down and not looking up. So just in that nice neutral position, and hold that for as long as you can.
Cool.
Okay, when you're ready, and I'll just grab the timer. So
Ready?
when you're ready, I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, go. It's great. So squeezing those abs, squeeze that butt together. Awesome. Nice neutral position, nice straight line through your body there. It's really good form. Excellent work. That's 20 seconds late, that's 1 minute down. Great job, Brad. Oh, nice. 1 minute 15. Nice work.
Thanks.
So, I'll just have a look at the standard results here. So 1 minute 15. So that puts you in the average category.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so that's actually really good. It means you have pretty good core strength, but it's a great starting point to build up on. So yeah, nice work.
Thanks.
Now we'll move on to our strength portion of the session. So we'll head over and do some push-ups.
Cool.
Okay, Brad. So our first strength exercise is the push-up. So I'll show you what we're going to do today, and then get you to do 10 reps.
Okay.
So the muscles that the push-ups mainly going to work are your pectoralis major, or your pec muscles, your chest muscles, your triceps and your anterior deltoids, or your front shoulder muscles, so through here.
Sure.
They will also help to stabilise the shoulders, and your rectus abdominis and your quadriceps. You'll need to engage those as well to keep your spine nice and straight and your legs straight and rigid, because we're going to do our push-ups on our toes.
Sure.
So you want to get into position. We have our hands just outside your shoulders, and you want to imagine that you're screwing your hands into the floor, which will get your shoulders in the right position. We're going to lift up onto our toes, so squeezing that butt, squeeze those quadriceps to keep your spine nice and straight, and keeping that head in a nice neutral position. Screw those hands into the floor, lower down, chest to the floor, and push back up. So you can really feel it through your pecs on the push back up out of the bottom. Okay?
Cool. Okay. Give it a try.
Yeah. Have a go. Get you in that nice. So hands just outside the shoulders.
About there?
About there, yeah. And then when you're ready, just lift up onto your toes. So you want to squeeze those abs, squeeze your butt and your quadriceps.
Yep.
Screw those hands into the floor and drop down, chest to the floor, keeping those elbows, nice 45 degrees to the body. That's excellent. As you're coming up out of the push-up, I want you to breathe out. So nice big breath in, and then breathe it out on the way up. Great, that's 3. So remember to keep that breath
Keep
control.
going.
Keep going if you can, yeah. Let's go for 10 if we've got it. So that's 5, 6, great, nice work. 7, 3 more. Excellent form. And last one. Excellent. Good work. Nice job. How does that feel?
That was hard, but it was good.
Yeah. Feeling
Feel really
through
good
the
through
chest
here.
there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Really nice form there. So we'll move on to our next exercise.
Excellent. Cool.
Okay, Brad. So now we're going to move on to our strength exercise for our back. The bent over row with the barbell.
Okay.
So this will work mostly your trapezius, your rhomboids, which are right through the middle of the upper back here.
Sure.
Also your posterior deltoids, and it will engage your latissimus dorsi too, which is on the sides of your back. So I'll just demonstrate what we're going to do, and then get you to have a go. So we're going to set your feet under your hips. When you pick up the bar, just make sure you keep a nice straight back, so lift with the knees, because we don't want to be lifting with that rounded back. We want to protect that lower back. So lifting with a nice straight back, hands just outside the hips. So we're going to bend our knees slightly, just tilt our chest forward, keeping our back nice and straight, till our body is almost at 90 degrees to the floor, about knee level. Then from here we're going to row our elbows up and back, bringing that bar to our chest or stomach. So as you bring that bar up, you want to take a nice big breath out, and then breathe in on the way out. Okay, also keeping our elbows nice and close to our body there, so not letting them wing out too much. And then when you put the bar down again, keep that nice flat back. Check that lower back.
Should feel it through
Should feel it through your upper back. So you really want to try to squeeze your scapulars together at the top.
Awesome.
Nice flat back to pick that bar up. Excellent. So little bend in the knee, tilt that body forward, nice straight back there. That's good. Keeping those shoulders down. Excellent work. So draw that bar up. Good. Keeping those elbows nice and close to the body. Really squeezing those scapulars together. That's good, Brad. That's 3, 4. Go for 10 reps. So just remember that breathing out as you draw that bar up to your chest. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, great, really good form there, Brad. 10, nice work. Pop that down, excellent. How did that feel?
Yeah, that was really good.
Feel it working through your shoulder blades there? Great, awesome. Cool. All right, we'll move on to our next exercise. Brad, so now for our lower body strength, we're going to do body weight lunges. So this will target your quadriceps, your hamstrings in the back of your leg, and also your gluteals. So what we're going to do is start with 2 feet together. We're going to take a nice long step out in front of us, making sure that our feet are about shoulder width apart. You don't want to be stepping in a straight line because there's less stability there. So nice long step out, shoulder width apart. We're going to drop that back knee down to the floor, just about to the floor. Trying to keep this leg at about 90 degrees to the floor. So we don't want our knee tracking out way over our toe. We want to keep it nice and straight up and down there. Touch the floor, drive through the heel on the way back up. So through the heel and back to the standing position. So we'll do 8 on each side. So if you do all 8 on the left and then 8 on the other. Also, just want to keep your torso nice and tall. It can help to just put your hands on your hips, just to keep you also from trying to push off. Yeah. So, and that's good. That's perfect. So as you drive through that heel back into that standing position, that's where you get that nice big breath out. That's it, good. So always want to breathe out on that working phase of the motion. That's 3. Nice, you've really got to lock up that core for these as well to keep that torso nice and tight. Okay. 6, 7, last one. Left, 8, excellent work. All right, so same thing on the side, looking good. Great, nice straight torso, nice straight back. Really drive up through that heel, make those quads, glutes and hamstrings do the work. Breathe out as you push up through that heel back to the standing position. Feel it through your glutes. Yep. Yep.
Feels really good.
Beyonce booty, here we come.
Excellent.
All right, so now we've just got some cardio. So we're going to jump on the rower and then bike. Okay, so our first part of our cardio workout today is the rower.
Okay.
What we're going to do is just a short 3-minute block with 30 seconds of effort and 30 seconds of rest or moving rest.
So keep going.
Keep rowing, but taking it a bit easier, and then that 30 seconds as hard as you can.
Okay.
So we're going to be using our aerobic energy system today, but we will use some anaerobic or the lactic system because it's that short burst of work. You'll get that little build-up of lactic acid, and then as you go into the rest period, that will decrease. Okay, so have you ever used a roll before?
No.
Okay, too easy. So what we're going to do, just pull the seat out. You want to slip your feet into the stirrups here. Now you might want to adjust this because you want the straps to go over the middle of your foot.
Sure.
So when you have that in a right position, you want to lock those feet in with the straps nice and tight. Now, when you grab the handle, the screen will turn on automatically, or you can push the menu button to turn it on. So today we're just going to go with the just roll option. Now with this, you want to drive through the heels, so drive through the legs while keeping your back nice and straight. You're going to pull that roller back into your chest, let it go back down, bend the knees, drive through the legs. Nice long strokes, as long as you can. Keeping that back nice and straight all the way through. Okay, cool. And then once you're done, just hook it back into its holder there. Loosen the straps off and slip your feet out. So you've got much bigger feet than me. Just put that back down there for you. Now with your breathing for this one, again we want to breathe out as you're pulling that handle back into the row. So it's, and then take your breath in as you come back into the machine. Knees up. Comfortable there with your feet?
Yeah, is that about right?
Yep, that looks good.
Okay.
So just have a few strokes.
Just row.
Yeah, just row. Just take a few strokes to get used to the movement. So nice breath out on the way back there. That's it. Good, nice long strokes there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
I'm okay with it.
Alright. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Hard as you can. Good. Nice straight back. Driving through those heels as you push back on the feet. That's good, Brad. Good work. We've got 10 seconds to go. Great job, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm alright.
How are those legs feeling?
Sure.
So we've got 10 seconds and we're going to go hard one last time.
Alright.
Alright, in 2, 1, and go. Last time, hard as you can. Great intensity. Awesome work. Around 10 seconds to go. feet there. Nice work. Right, so we just have a couple more cardio bits to go.
Sure.
Get on the bike and we'll do a little CrossFit
Awesome.
session.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll get that heart rate up again.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So Brad, the second part of our cardio workout today is going to be on the bike.
Yep. Okay.
So we're going to do a little interval training on the bike. So 8 seconds on, 12 seconds off.
Yep.
So again, the same with the rower. 8 seconds of really hard work and then 12 seconds of keeping on pedaling but at an easier pace.
Sure.
So like the same as with the rower, our oxygen demands on the body are going to be greater because of the higher intensity work.
Sure.
So the heart rate will obviously elevate.
Yeah.
Now, so with the bike we want to set the feet pedals for the right height. So the seat should be around about hip height, should be pretty right, but basically once you get on the bike, if you can get your foot in the pedal stirrup there, so we want the extended leg not fully extended, and this knee we don't want it to be higher than 90 degrees. So when we're looking at the seat adjustment, that's how you determine it. We've got the intensity for adjustment here. So basically as you're pedaling through, just twist this to increase or decrease the intensity. So we'll set it at an intensity that's quite good for you just to be pedaling normally.
Sure.
And we'll leave it at the same for when you're going to be doing that 8 seconds of really hard work. Alright, so we'll just get this seat adjusted for you. So if you just want to come and stand next to the seat there, we'll pop this up a little bit. Okay, that looks good.
That's good.
So just have a nice easy cycle there, and we'll adjust the intensity for you a little bit. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's challenging, but it's not.
Yep.
It's not hard.
A little bit
Pretty
easier.
easy, yeah.
Okay, so we might go just a little bit between.
Okay, sure.
So is that feeling quite comfortable?
Yeah, that's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, okay. Good, so just get warmed up there a little bit,
Yep.
and then we're going to do our 8 rounds, 8 seconds on, 12 seconds off.
Cool.
Grab that. So again, we're using our aerobic system for this, but during those short bursts of work, we'll be using our anaerobic system. So again, that lactic acid system.
Yep.
So yeah, when you're ready, you're feeling ready?
Ready to go, let's do
Alright,
it.
so we're going to start with that 8 seconds of hard work. I'll count
Alright.
you in. 3, 2, 1, go. Hard as you can, push it. And rest. So just back to that nice, easy cycle. So you've got that grip there, and if you want to, you can grip up here and rest your forearms on the pads there.
Like Cadell Evans.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to go again. 8 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Hard as you can. Push it. And rest. So 12 seconds rest. How's that intensity feeling?
Yeah, I wanted to go up a little bit.
A little bit harder.
Yeah.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hard as you can. Push it. Push it hard. That's great. Nice work. Keep going. Keep going. And rest. Nice work. Now get control of that breath. Doing a great job. How are those legs feeling?
Well, I can't feel them.
Okay. All right. 2 rounds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hard as you can. Push hard. That's it, Brad. Nice work. Great job. And rest. All right. Last round. That's it. Keep that chest nice and tall. Keep that breath going. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Last one. Make it your best. Hard as you can. Nice work and rest. All right, so just have a nice easy cycle out there. Get that breath control back. We'll bring that heart rate back down to normal. How's the legs feeling?
Good.
Good. Bit jelly?
Bit burny.
Yep. Where burning in the quads? Yeah. That's good. All right. Nice work. All right. So next we're going to do a little cardio workout. So CrossFit style. So it's a circuit with a few different exercises in it.
Sure.
And then we'll do some stretching.
Excellent.
Okay, Brad, so now we're going to do our innovative cardio session, which is a CrossFit style workout. So we're going to do some skipping, some kettlebell swings, and some burpees.
Ooh, all right.
Yep. Burpees are really good for you, so you'll love them.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so I'll just demonstrate the kettlebell swings and the burpees to make sure that you know what you're doing and we get the right technique. So with your kettlebell swings, you want to take a nice wide stance over the kettlebell. Bend those knees to pick that up, nice straight back. We're going to pop that up just to that bent knee stance, and from here we're going to pop our hips through to bring that kettlebell up just to eye level. And keeping a nice straight back through that movement all the way. So as you bring that kettlebell through, you're going to squeeze your butt, get full extension of those hips to get that kettlebell up. Your arms shouldn't be doing the work. And then with your burpees, so a burpee is from the standing position, chest to the floor, and getting back up. So you want to put 2 hands on the floor, kick those feet back, chest down, push up, and kick those feet back in. And there is a couple if you come out of it. Now, you can also step out if you have any trouble kicking both feet out. So you can step out, chest to the floor, and step back in. But it'll be a bit more cardio for you if you can do both feet at a time.
That's what it's all about, cardio.
So if you just want to have a go at those kettlebell swings, and we'll make sure you've got that down pat. Nice straight back. Awesome. So pop those hips through, squeeze that butt nice and hard. We'll just do 3 more reps just to make sure you've got the movement. And the last one. Looks good. Perfect. How's that feel? All right?
That's really good.
Okay, and did you just want to give 2 burpees a go? Make sure that you got that. Pro. Done these before.
That's my first time.
Alright, so I'm going to grab the timer. So we're going to do 3 rounds, 20 single skips, 15 kettlebell swings, 5 burpees.
Sure.
For time.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll count you in when you're ready.
Yep.
And let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Straight on those kettlebells, 15 kettlebell strings. Remember to keep that back nice and flat, squeeze that butt to get that kettlebell up, pop those hips through. Awesome work, Brad. They look great. 14, 15. Alright, 5 burpees. Chest to the floor. Great, nice jump out of that top, flap overhead. Beautiful. 3, 4, 5. Alright, back onto those skips. Under 1 minute round. Nice work. Letting your shoulders round forward at the bottom, so that's good. Remember, you breathe in, breathe out at the top. As you push those hips through, nice big exhale out. Great work, Brad. You're doing an awesome job. Alright, 5 burpees. 2, nice intensity, good pace. Sounds like you've got your heart rate up a bit there.
Sure did.
Yeah, nice job.
Excellent.
All right, so now that we've done that, we'll do a bit of stretching and have a nice cool down.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so now I need to just talk a little bit about training people within special populations. So the people I'm going to talk about today are those with high blood pressure or hypertension, someone with lower back pain, and someone with a knee injury. So with all these populations, people in these populations, it's important to work within the limitations of your client and also within the limitations applied by the allied health professional, be that their GP or another professional. Regular assessments are essential so you can continue to give your client the best possible programming as their condition changes or improves. So people with high blood pressure, it's extremely beneficial for these people to do a moderate level of exercise for at least 30 minutes a day, every day. As a PT, it's important to consider what medications these clients might be on. Some medications can impair the body's ability to adjust temperature of the body, and other medications can cause a quick drop in blood pressure if exercise is stopped abruptly. So these people need to be given an extended cool down to bring their body temperature and heart rate back to normal at a slower pace, a regular pace. So I would also decrease the intensity of a workout for someone with high blood pressure. So decrease the weight that they're using, a lower number of reps or sets, and also making sure that any movement they're doing, they are moving through smoothly. So avoid isometric exercises, and making sure also that you're reminding them to breathe all the way through their exercising. Don't want these people holding their breath at any point because it can put a lot of pressure on the heart. I would avoid exercises that take the limbs above the level of the heart. So I would have them doing, rather than push-ups like we did today, I would set up a bar on the rig or a box for them to do push-ups on to keep them in a more upright position. I would avoid things like lying leg raises or anything with their arms raising above their heads holding weights. I could modify that to a machine leg raise, lateral arm raises, or standing chest press. Okay, so next I'll just quickly talk about people with lower back pain and training them. Lower back pain can be caused by lots of different reasons, but as an overview, I would recommend core strengthening exercises to be done regularly every day. Just to strengthen, if you can strengthen that core, it can take a lot of pressure off that lower back. I would avoid any jolting exercises, especially while the area is inflamed. So things like running, I would substitute with either rowing or cycling. Box jumps, I would substitute with step-ups and that sort of thing. I would also encourage other low-impact exercises like swimming or aqua aerobics. I would avoid exercises that put excessive pressure on the lower back. So things like deadlifts and kettlebell swings could harm that lower back, especially if it is inflamed at the time. And I would have modify squats to body weight or a limited range of motion. So having my client squat onto a seat or a box, just to protect that lower back. A fit ball is a really great tool to use for these clients as well. You can have the fit ball on the wall and have them squatting, the fit ball rolling up and down their back. And also fit ball great for getting them to do sit-ups or crunches instead of being on the floor. I would always avoid sit-ups where the feet are anchored or the legs are straight, because this can put a lot of pressure on the lower back. Okay, so my client with a knee injury, again, dependent on the specific injury, so communication is essential. Strengthening exercises would be my first go-to. Get the area strengthened, strengthen any areas like the hips and core for helping to support that knee. Can take some pressure off the knees if you can get the hips to a point where they're nice and strong and working properly. I would always avoid putting too much pressure on the joint, so avoid heavy squats. Scale that back to either a lighter weight or body weight, depending on how your client goes. I would also avoid any high impact exercises again, so your box jumps, running, substituting these for your step ups or your rowing, cycling, that sort of thing. And even your squats, you could possibly substitute in some lunges instead of squats, again, depending on the knee injury. All right, so how do you feel after that, Brad?
Tired but good.
Yeah, excellent. That's what we want to hear. So now we're just going to do a bit of a stretch down. We're going to stretch those chest muscles. They've had a bit of a workout today. So what we're going to do is use the rig here.
Yep.
Just going to pop our forearm against the rig, have that arm at about 90 degrees. I'm just going to step forward and just twist your body so you feel a gentle stretch through these pectoral muscles here.
Yep.
Is that feeling good?
Feel
Yep.
good.
So we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds and then do the same thing on the other side.
Sure.
Get nice deep breaths here. And as you breathe out, if you can push through the stretch a little bit more, but don't go to a point of pain, just where it feels like a good, nice, comfortable stretch.
That feels good.
Okay, and we'll switch to the other side. So just turn around and same thing on that other arm. Twisting that body through. Okay, and release. So now we're also just going to stretch out our quads. So they've had a pretty hard time today with that bike and some of the other movements that we did. So just using the rig to stabilise, you're going to grab one foot and pull it up to your butt, and you should feel a nice stretch right down the front of your quadricep there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So we're going to hold this for 30. Now you can increase the intensity of the stretch by just putting a little bit of resistance on your hand with that foot. So if you push your foot into your hand, it'll just increase that stretch in the quad a little bit. But again, don't go to a point of pain, just to where it's a nice, comfortable stretch. Feels good? Yeah. Alright, and release, and just step over to the other side of the rig there, and same on the other side, so grab that foot, alright, and release. So that's it for the day. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Yeah, that's really good.
Thanks for coming down, and
Thank you very
hopefully
much.
that'll be a good kick start for you.
Yeah.
And
The next one.
yeah, we'll see you next time. Good job today.
Thanks.
Oh. And a
Thanks.
fist bump.
Thanks, Helen.